Starting a faceless AI channel sounds easy. At least that's what the internet makes it look like. You see screenshots, views exploding, channels growing fast, people claiming they built successful AI channels in days. And honestly, after seeing so many videos like that, I became curious. Could I actually build a faceless AI channel in just 7 days? Without showing my face? Without expensive equipment? Without a team? Just AI tools, editing, and consistency. So I decided to test it myself. 7 days, one faceless AI channel, and no fake guru promises. Day 1. The first challenge appeared immediately, choosing the niche. And honestly, this was harder than I expected because AI content is everywhere now. AI tools, AI money videos, AI side hustles, everything already feels crowded. And I realized something important very quickly. Starting a faceless channel is easy. Starting one people actually remember is much harder. So instead of trying to copy huge creators, I focused on building something simpler, a channel with cleaner storytelling, more emotional topics, and more human energy. Because honestly, most faceless AI channels feel robotic now. After choosing the direction, I started building the channel, logo, banner, thumbnail style, and honestly, at first everything looked terrible. The thumbnails looked messy, the branding looked generic, nothing felt unique. But slowly, after testing fonts, colors, and layouts, things started looking more professional. Day 2. Now came the real challenge, making the first videos. And honestly, this is where most people underestimate the work because faceless content still takes time. Writing scripts, finding visuals, editing clips, adding music, fixing pacing, everything takes longer than people expect. And when you're doing all of it alone, it becomes mentally exhausting surprisingly fast, especially when there's no guarantee anyone will even watch the final video. This is where motivation started dropping because the first uploads barely moved, very low views, almost no engagement. And honestly, that invisible stage feels brutal. You spend hours creating content and then almost nobody sees it. At this point, I started understanding why so many creators quit early. Not because content creation is impossible, but because the beginning feels emotionally empty. No feedback, no momentum, no validation, just effort. Instead of uploading randomly, I decided to study the content more carefully. The hooks, the pacing, the thumbnails, and I noticed something important. The videos that felt more personal performed better. Not necessarily the most informative videos, the most relatable ones. That completely changed my strategy. Instead of sounding like an AI robot, I started writing scripts more like real conversations. More emotion, more honesty, more storytelling. And honestly, the content immediately started feeling better. Day 5. Something interesting started happening. A few videos got slightly more attention. A few people watched longer. Some viewers even returned to watch other uploads. And honestly, that small momentum feels huge when you start from zero. Because finally, the channel no longer feels completely invisible. But another problem also appeared. Burnout. Because trying to upload consistently while improving quality is difficult. Especially when you constantly compare yourself to bigger creators online. And social media makes this worse every day. Everywhere you look, people claim they're growing faster, making more money, getting massive results, and eventually, you start questioning your own progress. Day 6. At this point, I realized something important. A faceless channel still needs personality, even if viewers never see your face, because people connect with feelings, stories, perspective, not just information. And honestly, that's why many faceless channels fail. They automate everything and lose all human energy completely. Day 7. Finally, the experiment ended. And honestly, the results were not life-changing. No viral explosion, no overnight success. But the challenge taught me something valuable. Building a faceless AI channel is possible, but it's much harder than social media makes it seem. Because the hardest part is surviving long enough to improve. Most people quit before momentum even starts. Final truth. AI tools can help creators move faster, but tools alone don't build interesting channels. Storytelling matters, emotion matters, originality matters, and consistency still matters most. So if you're trying to build a faceless AI channel right now, don't obsess over looking perfect immediately. Focus on improving video by video, because most successful creators were once invisible too. If you enjoyed this experiment, check out the other AI videos on this channel. I test AI businesses, creator psychology, and online growth experiments every week. Subscribe and stay connected because bigger AI challenges are coming next.